As of today, Thursday, March 26th, the Department of Health reports our city has 74 confirmed cases of COVID-19 infection, which means that this week, the number of known residents carrying the virus has more than tripled. And that number is expected to spike much higher as testing becomes more available to our community. So we need to recognize that this is not an imaginary threat, it is real, and we need to continue to respond accordingly. Now, with regard to testing, there are multiple countywide testing centers for different categories of people. Now, here on Miami Beach, a private provider in our city may be opening a drive-through center soon. So please be aware that if it is opened, in order to get tested, you will need to comply with CDC guidelines and be screened and obtain an appointment. If you show up without an appointment, you absolutely will be turned away. This is not a city project, but the city is providing necessary infrastructure and support so that it can be made more available. Now, tonight we are shutting down our free trolley service, so you know. Ridership is down 85%, but more importantly, public transportation is becoming a risk to seniors and other passengers. So it makes little sense to keep them functioning. We are providing seniors with delivered meals to their homes, and if any seniors need to leave their apartments or home for critical trips, our freebie car system is now available to designated senior facilities. To all our seniors, please stay home. It is critical that you not put yourself and your neighbors at risk. Por favor, quédate en sus casas lo más posible. Now, there are some areas in our efforts where we really need to do a better job. Common areas and condominiums need to be treated like any public area, and we need to better manage them and deploy the same countermeasures that are in place everywhere. So regular cleaning and keeping appropriate distancing is critical. If it is difficult to enforce, then just close the common area or the gym or pool altogether. It's just not worth the risk. Also, we need to do a better job of curtailing social gatherings, meetings, and get-togethers, no matter how tempting or even central. Do your book clubs on Zoom, get together with friends on Skype. I've spoken to many rabbis in our community, and they are all urging, with regard to observant Jews, please don't host minyans for at-home religious services. Bringing 10 members of different families together creates unacceptable perils. Now, I appreciate how drastic this sounds, I do. But for a relatively short period, we all need to govern ourselves this way and respect the danger of this virus. No one wants to think they inadvertently caused another, perhaps a grandfather or grandmother or someone with a compromised immune system, to suffer an infection or worse. Our city has a hotline, email, and website as well. Visit our website for the latest information on our daily updates. And if you still have any questions about city-specific rules, you can also call our customer service center from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. Now, last week, many raised with Governor DeSantis the issue of New Yorkers, where more people have the virus than anywhere in the nation, coming in droves to South Florida and into our community. The governor properly ordered all travelers from the Northeast to quarantine for 14 days upon arrival. While this was a good step, if you are able to, please discourage this exodus from friends and family who are thinking about coming down to celebrate Passover or Easter. And if they do come, emphasize to them the need to comply with the governor's quarantine order. While we are typically embracing of our Northeastern friends, this is not the time for them to take a vacation here. Now, as we watch what is happening in New York, many are asking about our healthcare preparedness. We are in regular contact with our local hospital administrator in Mount Sinai and with his counterpart at Jackson Hospital. You should know that our healthcare providers are in constant contact with each other and with their state government counterparts to make sure we will be prepared for whatever is coming. Our doctors and healthcare professionals are reporting to work no matter the risk. Their clear message is, they are coming to work for us, we should stay home for them. Now, some good news on the economic front is that the Congress is passing a $2 trillion stimulus package. Senator Rubio called me yesterday to let me know that there's a good deal of the bill directed at small businesses like the ones in our city, and he believes it will provide a real bridge to give employees a sustainable income during this time. Yesterday, our city commission, in our very first public telephonic meeting ever, directed our manager, Jimmy Morales, to deploy some of our own staff to help our local businesses and employees access these newly available resources. So stay tuned. Today is actually the 105th birthday of Miami Beach. While we are obviously unable to host any public celebrations, it should be noted that in the last century of our city's existence, we have experienced wars, destructive hurricanes, viruses like Zika, recessions, and a Great Depression, and we remain as bright and brilliant as ever. So the lesson is, this too will pass. We will recover in every way, but we all need to do our part. So happy birthday, Miami Beach. Thanks for your calm and patience. Stay healthy.